If you're looking for a premium and compact backpack that you can use for minimalist everyday carry, whether you're going to the office or to school, or if you frequently work at coffee shops, this 14-liter Bellroy Tokyo Totepack might be the one for you. It's called a tote pack because you can easily hide the straps and turn it into a tote. This hybrid backpack gives you flexibility based on what you carry. Hello again! Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sean and this is my review of the 14-liter Bellroy Tokyo Totepack based on a 6-month testing period. I'll start with the dimensions, materials, and specs. Then I'll show you what it looks like when it's empty, all the compartments and pockets for organization. I'll show you how I loaded it out for everyday carry, and it's interesting because it's such a small bag. I'll give you a list of pros and cons, and lastly, a list of alternative recommendations for either compact backpacks or hybrid bags. I initially wanted to buy this when I went to Sydney last year, but most stores had limited stock. Luckily, I was able to buy this secondhand, in my favorite green colorway. I think this color is also limited, even if they use the same one for the venture-ready slings. The 14-liter costs $179 while the 20-liter costs $199, and I only had to pay 5,000 pesos for it. Capacity is 14 liters, weight is 700 grams. For external dimensions, height is 420 mm, width is 320 mm, and depth is 100 mm. The strap length is 500 to 630 mm. If you found this video to be useful so far, click like and subscribe, as it allows me to make more reviews like this one. The material is made with water-resistant Baida nylon, which is made of a recycled material that I think was sourced from Korea, although this bag was manufactured here in the Philippines. On the side, you can find a ripstop material that's a bit different from the front of the bag. The base of the bag seems to be very abrasion resistant and has a lot of padding. The back of the bag is not made of any breathable material. That's why when you're wearing it on a hot sunny day, expect your back to be very sweaty. As for the branding, you can see Bellroy's logo on this leather tab right here. I'm not quite sure if it's real leather, but at least there are no signs of wear so far. You can find the owl logo on this button right here, which actually closes the compartment where you can place and hide your straps when you turn this backpack into a tote. There's another owl logo here on one end of the backpack strap. One thing I noticed about compact backpacks like this one is that the straps are normally very thin, which makes it a bit uncomfortable if your bag is heavy. So if you need to carry this a bit longer, I suggest to not fill up the bag and make sure it's not heavy. Otherwise, it's gonna be uncomfortable on your shoulders and your back. This is what it looks like when I'm carrying the backpack. I'm 5'8" for your reference. The straps are not that easy to adjust when you're standing up. That's why you have to make sure that you adjust them in advance so that you get the best fit. For me, since this is such a small backpack, it seems a bit awkward for it to be placed too high on my back, because it looks like I'm wearing a school bag. That's why I adjust the backpack so it's a bit lower on my back. This is what it looks like when I'm carrying a sling at the same time, which is definitely useful if you plan to travel with this backpack. Of course, one downside to this backpack is that it doesn't have a luggage pass-through, because the bag is small enough and it shouldn't be super heavy. This is how the backpack straps are attached, and initially when I saw this kind of implementation, it didn't give me much confidence. But hopefully, the quality of the bag is good enough that this won't wear out over time. I just always have to make sure that the backpack is not super heavy every time I load it out for everyday carry. The straps are attached to the bag using these G-hooks, which you can easily detach so that it allows you to place or hide the straps in this compartment at the back of the backpack. Once you're done placing the straps inside this part of the bag, you can secure them with this button. And that's essentially how to turn this backpack into a tote. I really like these handles because they're made with high quality webbing that you can also actually find in the venture slings of Bellroy. Even if the bag is advertised as something that you can turn into a tote, the handles are not long enough for you to place them on your shoulder. You can only carry this backpack tote style with your hands, not with your shoulders. Notice that there are these additional attachment points that actually make it easier to open and close the bag with the zipper. Here I'll show you what the quick access pockets look like. Here you can attach your keys, which allows you to easily swing your bag and open the door without having to detach your keys. This quick access pocket already gives you an idea in terms of the high quality materials that are used for the interior of this backpack. The quick access pocket on the other side of the front of the backpack does not have any key leash, and for me, it's only large enough for my power bank or even AirPods. The material is smooth enough that it protects anything that you place inside, without any fear of scratching them, like sunglasses for example. For a premium backpack like this, Bellroy decided to not use any form of PU coating, which gives you a bit more water resistance. And I'm not even sure if this is YKK. But if you're a bag nerd like me, you know that PU coating has the tendency of peeling over time, especially if the zippers are exposed to extreme weather conditions. So that gives this zipper a bit more longevity. The pull tab is using the same kind of leather that's found on the logo of the bag. Now let's open the bag. Inside the bag, you can easily see this mesh pocket, which is actually convenient for either your wallet, AirPods, or even your phone. Take note that because of the limited capacity of this backpack, it might be hard to access anything here, just in case something is blocking the zipper. It's so interesting that Bellroy has their own creative director just for materials, and they're able to maximize that strength by choosing the best premium materials for their bags. Not just the exterior materials, but internal fabrics. Here's the laptop sleeve, which allows you to carry a 13-inch laptop like a MacBook Air. Padding is minimal, so just make sure that your laptop is well protected, with a hardshell case for example. In front of the laptop sleeve, you can also see this thin compartment, which can allow you to carry an iPad mini, but it's not large enough for an iPad Air, or an 11-inch iPad. For me, this is a great spot to place a notebook or my power bank. The backpack has two internal water bottle holders, which you can of course use for a water bottle or an umbrella. Of course, there are two downsides to that. Number one, what if you're not able to close your water bottle correctly and it ends up spilling? And number two, these two pockets share space with the main compartment, which again makes it harder to pack the bag if you already have both your water bottle and umbrella inside. One key benefit is that if you're not going to be using these pockets for water bottles or umbrellas, you can easily use them as pockets for additional gear, like your phone, power bank, wallet, or other small tech accessories. If you're already done with tote mode and you want to get into backpack mode, it's easy to reattach the straps. This is my everyday carry loadout when I go to the office or when I work at coffee shops. In this quick access pocket, I attach my keys to the key leash. Even if the quick access pockets have their own volume, they're not large enough to fit anything substantial. In the other quick access pocket, I simply place my AirPods. In the main compartment, I have my 1-liter alpaca flight sling, which I use as a tech pouch for my laptop's charging brick. And this also includes a couple of hard drives and additional cables. Since this bag is a top loader, it's very hard to see anything inside. In this water bottle holder, I have my umbrella. And in the other water bottle holder, I have my 16-ounce clean canteen. Here's my Sony wireless headphones, placed in its hard shell case. Here, I have my M1 MacBook Air. In the tablet sleeve, I placed my Anker power bank. In this zippered mesh pocket, I have here my minimalist wallet. This loadout already gives you an idea if 14 liters is just right for you, or if you need more space for your gear. Not everyone needs a 26-liter backpack for their everyday carry. The bag is just one big black hole. That's why if visibility is a concern for you, then this might not be the bag for you. And then lastly, at the back of the bag, the same compartment that we use when we hide the straps to turn this into a tote, it can actually be used as an additional pocket. And in here, I simply have my phone. If you're traveling with this backpack, it can also be a nice pocket for your passport and additional travel documents, like your boarding pass. Now that I've showed you how I normally pack this 14-liter bag, here are my pros and cons. Starting with the cons. 14 liters is limiting, so I always have to edit my carry. I don't have to bring my headphones all the time, so that gives me space to carry a small camera. Number 2, straps can be uncomfortable when you're carrying this bag for long periods. Number 3, internal water bottle holders eat up the main capacity of the bag, making it hard to pack. Number 4, bottle placed in your bag can damage what's inside if I don't close it correctly, so I always have to double check that it's not spilling. And number 5, tote handles are not large enough so that you can actually use it as a tote. As for the pros, 14 liter is a good size if I want to carry more than what a sling can carry, but less than what a big backpack can carry. Big slings can be heavy, and big backpacks can be bulky. There's a sweet spot in between that this bag is able to solve. Number 2, it's the most stylish backpack I've ever used, and I think it's one of the best looking backpacks of Bellroy, although it's more form than function. Number 3, I realized recently that the best way to maximize the capacity of the bag is if you don't close the zipper. You can fit more things and just carry it tote style, although you can't securely use it anymore as a backpack. It's comfortable to carry with my hands because of the tote handles, that's number 4. And number 5, the Baida Nylon gives good water resistance when exposed to rain in short periods of time. For my alternative recommendations for compact backpacks, number 1 is the 12-liter Metro backpack from Alpaca, and number 2, it's able carry 13. For my alternative recommendations for hybrid backpacks, the bags that can also be used as totes, there's the 14-liter Flow Tote Pack, that's also from Alpaca and that's relatively new. The price point is almost the same as this Bellroy Tokyo Totepack. For my second alternative recommendation, the Wandered Tote Backpack in 20 liters, and that gives you more space. But if you do like the design of this Tokyo Totepack and you just need more space, at least there's a 20-liter version. That's it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye!